Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Amisid and today we are running 20 sets of Legion emblems. Now I farmed these all myself with the exception of 1 Templar emblem and 4 Marrakech. The rest I farmed myself. I wasn't really planning to make a video on this. I was just going to do it because I need to complete the last challenge for my 40 out of 40. By the time you're watching this, I've already done it, I'm sure. But I figured let's just get it done. Let's do it. I'll make a video. I'll be kind of curious to see at this point in the league whether it's still profitable to run these. I know kind of it really early on with selling and buying the jewels, it has a lot of potential. Checking the jewels is kind of a pain. I'm probably not going to go through too much trouble there, but I'm curious to see whether I can make my money back. Now, again, because it was mostly self-farmed, each set is 100C, give or take, if you were to buy these. So we'll call it 2,000 chaos. At current rate, that's what, like 12x, roughly 13x, something like that. So basically the goal is to make that back because theoretically I could sell these in bulk, maybe sell them for a little more. So that's the goal. I'm going to drop all my loot in here, excluding incubators, which I'm going to drop in here. So I've got this is a little extra. So I guess we'll just exclude that. But I'll be kind of curious to see if we make our money back 12, 13x roughly. But anyway, let's jump into the Legion farming. These guys are actual raid bosses. We did it! We lived! Do we get any? We got 2 jewels. Alright, everyone, we are back. Now let's walk through the results here. There's kind of 3 different sections here that we'll need to walk through to fully understand Legion loot. Now Legion loot is always a mess because it drops like a ton of different stuff of all different varieties. So it's going to be a little tricky to walk through, but I will do my best. So the first tab is just kind of general loot dump here. You can see we did hit 2 raw exalts, which is actually pretty low. I thought it was going to be a lot more than that. I was surprised that it was that few. So that was a bit of a bummer. We did hit some interesting loot. I'll walk through this in Excellence next in just a second here, but I did just want to call out that there was a couple things that didn't get noted in Excellence. So this here is an 86 Shaper Crystal Belt. Those are, as you can see here, let me just do that real quick, is just about 80 chaos for those. So that's a pretty notable thing to add that's not being included. Some stuff interesting here. I thought maybe, you know, Righteous Fire Enchant, maybe like 10, 20C. Same thing for Plague Bearer. Precision could be worth something as well. It's a decent base. These un-ID'd Elder Rings, maybe 10C for those, 86, 2 stone. And then an 86 steel ring, similar situation, maybe like 5C. I don't know. I just kept it. Why not? But let's pop into Excellence next here. So looking at the results on this section, and we'll walk this again. There's 3 sections, so this is only part 1. We did an abandoned wealth card. That was pretty good. We got some stacked decks, which of course we're going to open. We hit a large number of fusings, 218 fusings, 389 chromes. We hit a 2120 Blood Rage, which is 40C. We had a 2120 Caustic Arrow, that's 30C. Nothing too crazy from this. I filtered out a lot of the like really cheap stuff, like the 1C cards, stuff that like had a total value of less than 1 chaos. So nothing too crazy here. This is being undervalued a little bit because it's a hunter map, but it is what it is. No big deal. All in all, 7.8x give or take, plus the Shaper Belt, maybe plus the enchants a little bit there. So we'll call it closer to 8x. Now looking at the data here, 7.81x is just about all right. So we'll call it undervalued, and that's fine. So in terms of incubators, now I did this through the TFT bulk selling tool because it's just the easiest way to take down prices in bulk. So I did 25% of PoE Ninja price because PoE Ninja price is extremely inflated. I don't know why, but I think that 25% of that is about right in terms of what these will sell for. 1-ish chaos in bulk for 51 singular seems right. You might be able to get a little bit more, but I thought this sounded fair. So total about 3.7x worth of incubators. We hit a ton of incubators, so many incubators. I'll just show you in the tab here. Thank God these things stack. I remember the good old days when they didn't stack and it was just tabs and tabs and tabs of incubators. It was a nightmare. But I don't know if these will sell at this stage in the league, but they might. And either way, you know, I'll use some of them if not, and it's not the end of the world. So 3.7x for those. Now we get into the timeless jewels. Now I have the value of a timeless jewels as kind of question mark. Now I thought I would just kind of walk through the number of timeless jewels. So we hit 54 timeless jewels in 20 regular runs plus that last unrelenting run. We got 3 more there, I believe. So I didn't check all these, as I said. It's just, honestly, I just can't be bothered to do it. I'm sure there's potentially a hidden gem in here. I didn't. The only ones I checked were the lethal prides that made sense for my build, and I will walk through these 3 because these 3 were pretty good, at least relative to my current one. So I'll walk through those. There could be a hidden gem here. This one's decent. I noted for militant faith, elemental damage and LA resistance. You just look at that. You know, maybe 100 chaos. Maybe that sounds about right. So that's pretty good. LA damage, totem damage is not great. Channeling and LA damage. I mean, LA damage on its own is pretty good. Area damage and non-curse is decent, right? An X right there for that. So that's pretty good. I didn't check a lot of these because these are a little bit more difficult to check. You really need to like place them and do all that, but I did check the lethal pride, so please don't flame me. I just really didn't want to go through the process of dealing with it. I don't have a character set up to slot these, and it just wasn't worth the time. So I will pull these 3 out. So let me just show you all what we're working with here. I have 1,047 omniscience with my current jewel. Pop the first one in here, goes up to 50, nothing crazy. We'll walk through the nose just slightly. So let me just do that. So we got melee damage, 5% strength, that's a good one. Warcry doesn't do anything for us. Max fort, totem damage, burning damage doesn't really do anything, and fizz damage. These nodes over here, endurance charge on kill, 20 strength and 20 melee, nothing crazy. So let me just double check this is original. Yep, this is original. Okay. So going to the next one, this one's even better. It's 1,072 omniscience, so it's plus 30 just about. We got 5% strength there, melee damage, attack leech, 20 strength flat, ignite doesn't really do anything for us, 20 totem damage, double damage good. These nodes, if you were to like path to them, double damage there as well. Warcry buff effect, inflict, melee crit, whatever. So 1,072 omniscience is kind of the call out. And then this one here as well. So we've got intimidate, which is quite good. We've got regen, doesn't really do anything. 5% strength, great, of course. Totem placement, fire res. Oh, I didn't check these, did I? Fire res, endurance charge on kill, 20 strength, max fort, melee crit, armor, burning damage. Just curious, just take a glance. But so there are some better omniscience jewels here. I think that's probably better than my jewel. My jewel, I literally just bought the one. I never checked any others when I was doing it. I literally just bought one and I went with it because it worked. It got some flat strength here and here. So pretty interesting. Again, my strategy with these jewels is typically just set a price, like a high price, and then drop the price, you know, every 5 or 6 hours or whatever it is until we get to a number. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these sold for, you know, a couple X, maybe even more. But most of them will probably end up selling for base price, which is fine. So I didn't have a great estimate on this. So I would say overall, we probably will make our money back, assuming all of these do just sell for anything. We'll probably be on the border. So pretty good. I mean, like I said, I had to do the Legion stuff anyway, so I figured may as well just show you guys what the results were from basically 21, effectively 21 5-way battles. So I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video, and I will catch you in the next one. Just kidding. Forgot to do 2 things, actually. So I actually identified a bunch of jewels that are max life. We'll corrupt these, and then we also have to open our stacked decks. We got 44 stacked decks to open. Let's corrupt these. These all have max life, so we're looking to hit corrupted blood, basically. Damage pen. Nothing. Okay, let's pop the stacked decks. Moving all over the place. Oh, Pride Before the Fall. Which is that? Oh. For some reason I was thinking, I think Pride of the first ones, right? Isn't that the Feruz one? Okay, well that's it now. Now we're done. Sorry for the cut, but I'll see you guys in the next one.